My name is Jane Glover. We're based at Arbury School and there's various projects. The main one is it's a group called GRIN, and that's for preschoolers and their parents and their grandparents. So they come to the garden and they learn all about growing, planting seeds, looking after those little plants, nurturing them, and then at the end of the season harvesting the crops to take home and eat. I mean, it is great when you see a little child plant a pea. So they hear it rattling around in the packet, dried pea. They watch the little pea grow, they have to transplant it out, they have to give it nets to climb up, they see it flower, they see the bees pollinate it, then they see the pea pods and you're like, is it fat or flat? Oh, that's flat, that's not ready. Oh, that's fat. Then they open it up and eat the peas. You dry some out for the following year, so they see how they can do it without having to go to a shop, you know, so it does set them up for life. They learn to work with each other, teamwork, sharing, and I sometimes call it the magic garden because the children are prepared to try and taste foods in this garden that they wouldn't taste at home. So for example, last week I think there was one mum was completely shocked when her son was trying raw broad beans, tasting rocket, the peas fresh from the pod, the strawberries, and she said, "You wouldn't eat these at home." And I said, well, that's the magic of the garden. As this garden has developed, because the teachers don't have time to do it on their own, but they want to incorporate growing with their classes. So they're in a lesson are able to do the sowing of seeds, but then we're able to help them by maintaining, watering them. And more teachers are using this garden space to actually do classes. The after school club is a fairly new addition, and when they first come out of school they just want to burn off some energy, which is great, but we still have rules, we still have boundaries, we have behavioural things that they have to abide to within the group, and there are some that have perhaps got challenges, but they're able to overcome those by being part of the group. And I do think that if children grow up learning that fruit, veg, flowers don't just come from a shop, they're more inclined to then, as they grow up, think, okay, I'm going to plant these pots up, or I'm going to make part of my garden veg plot. And I think the other thing about a garden is you can all be levelled. It doesn't matter if you don't know anything. You can come along and you can say, is that a weed or is that a carrot? And just these little things, you know, there's no hierarchy within the garden, just we can all share our knowledge, our experience. The volunteers that help, because I obviously can't do it on my own, the team of people that live locally, some of them are parents, some of them are ex-pupils that are now coming back after their retirement to help with the project, so it's just fabulous for all ages.
How does it feel to be nominated?
It's actually a real honour, and it makes you stop in your tracks and think, gosh, if what we're doing is having this impact, let's carry on doing it because it matters to people.
We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams that keep me awake. I think of what the world could be. Vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile